Hi, this is Vicki with Living Home Volunteers, and welcome back to our second week of the holiday season. This week, we're actually going to make some soup. It's been so cold, sounds so delicious. And we're going to play a game, make a great winter scene to put up on your window, and a wreath to welcome your guests for the holiday season. I'm excited to get started. Well, we're going to make vegetable soup, but before we get started, you're going to need some oil, any extra vegetables you want to add, onions, tomatoes, corn, beans, whatever you like, and any additional spices that you might like to have in your vegetable soup. So let's get started. We're going to start by preparing our hard vegetables. So we need to wash and peel them if necessary. So we provided celery and carrots. So you want to wash the vegetables, then peel the carrot, and then chop them up with a knife. Celery is a great thing for the children to try their cutting skills with just a regular dinner knife. Don't worry about how big the pieces are. They're just learning, and honestly, it'll get soft in the soup, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, you want to put your cut vegetables in the soup pan that you're going to be using over medium high heat with a little bit of oil and cook those hard vegetables for 4 minutes. That'll help them get a head start on the softening. If you're going to have an onion in your soup or garlic, this can be added at this batch while you're cooking. After about 4 minutes are done, we want to add 4 cups of water and the bouillon that we provided and stir so that the bouillon dissolves in the water. At this point, you can add any other kinds of vegetables you like, tomatoes, green beans, cabbage, potatoes, corn, peas, anything, beans. I like to add a little salt and pepper, but you can also add any spices that you like. You want to bring this mixture to a boil and then reduce the heat and then cook it again for another 20 minutes. You'll also find in your bag noodles. Once you've got the vegetables pretty much cooked, we want to add the noodles in. It takes anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes to cook the noodles, and then you're ready to have delicious soup. And how much fun will that be eating the soup that your child has made with you? Well, our next activity number 6, is a gingerbread house game. Well, obviously, we want to find our way to the gingerbread house. Can you imagine finding a house made entirely of cookies and candy? I would certainly be willing to walk a long way for that. To play this game, we're actually going to need your dice, your double side tokens, and this game actually incorporates 2 skills. One is learning how to count, obviously, and then because we involved letters in the game board, letter recognition. Each player will actually take a turn on moving the token. So this is not a competitive game, but a cooperative game. So to play, what you do is you roll the dice, and then you move the token forward that number of spaces. When you get to that new space, and let's pretend I'm at the starting mark here, and I get the number 3, I would move to the third box, which is the letter F. And I would call it out. If your child is just beginning to recognize letters, just the recognition of the letter is great. If they're recognizing their letters on a pretty regular basis, you can have them make the beginning sound of F, like that. Well, that's it for this game. Let's look at our next activity, activity number 7. We're going to be making a winter sun catcher for your window. Sun catchers can be made either using tracing paper or contact paper, which is that sticky kind of paper. We're going to do ours using tissue paper. And in the bag marked number 7, you're going to find a number of snowy items. Snowflakes, some shiny stars, some beautiful colored tissue circles. Your learner should be able to use their glue stick and glue them to the tissue paper. When they finished creating their masterful creation, and of course you've taken a picture, you can actually tape the sun catcher to the window in a place where the sun will come through. And it'll be like looking out of your window into a place where it snows. And I'm afraid That's probably as close as snow that we're going to actually get here in the Bay Area. Well, our last activity for this week is activity number 8. We're going to make a wreath. You know, wreaths have been used for many purposes throughout history. They're used as headdresses to symbolize victory, or decorations to welcome a new season, or even gifts given as gifts to show respect or gratitude. We have provided in your box 2 colors of strips of paper, one in a set of blues and the other in a set of greens. If you'd like to welcome the new year, blues are typically the traditional color for that. If you'd like to welcome winter or Christmas, try the greens. Or maybe you want to create your own wreath to welcome the family and friends that will visit your home during the holiday season, in which case you guys can cut your own strips of whatever color you think would be most festive. To build your wreath, you'll use the paper plate, and you can see that the center is been cut out. And you basically want to fold your strips and then glue them together at the ends so that they wrap around the entire plate. The other thing is that you can also put the glue on the plate and then wrap a single strip along the edge of the plate. Both of the methods work. And we've seen a lot of different kinds of wreaths created in the past years, and I thought I'd share them with you. We've seen them done with leaves and flowers and strips of paper and glitter and stars. Oh, they're all stunning and beautiful. Well, that's all for this week. And next week, we have more fun activities to try.